my hosts, and we are going to continue with some Minecraft. And I think while we play Minecraft, I might discuss what I've been doing and how far we have come and what next we're going to do. So let's immediately translate into that. Is the title still flanked on? That's a pity. I thought I fixed that. Just let me check. Because I'm sorry to have misled you if that's the case. Let's check. Okay. It's updated now. I'm sorry to have fed you false hope, mech builder. Anyway, so here we go. Let's just make sure everything's safe. Saw something just move just above there. That's the spider. Is it angry? It's an angry spider. Oh no, it's a friendly spider. Okay, so we want to collect some more diamonds. As we do that, we can go over what's happening with this channel and some more copper. So we got 10 helmet, boots, okay. So this channel was started off basically as a practical experiment. And down there was the coal. Did we use up all the coal again? Okay. And experiment basically was just dig out this bit as well. I have been writing and thinking a lot about VTubing and VTubers. And I've even written some review type essays. Even did a video essay on VTubing. Damn it. Hello, skeleton. And however, to understand something very well, especially as a critic, there is no better way to learn than through doing. So, in order to learn a lot more about VTubing and how it works, I became a VTuber. Ah, hi Mick. Your phone's back on power now? As I said, the title should be updated now. And sorry to disappoint you if it isn't what you were looking forward to. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. It's good to hear that people are fine. Anyway, as I was saying, in order to become a better, to improve my ability to analyze and do artistic criticism of VTubers, I wanted to learn more about being a VTuber, in part by being a VTuber. And basically reverse engineering a lot of the things VTubers do by doing it myself. Oh, apple. VTubers are people like me. People who use people who stream using a virtual avatar. So, like I have this, like my anime-ish looking self here. It stands for virtual YouTuber. Okay, let's get some more torches and small sticks for wood. Where are these sticks? Yeah. And I guess I should hopefully make this into scripted content at some point. He says, knowing about his own propensity to put things off, but things that I have learned. One, a substantial proportion of being a VTuber, and probably also being a content creator in general, is marketing and design. So basically understanding who you're marketing to, who you are selling your product, and your product, well, my product in this case is me. This is the Java version of Minecraft, and it is 1.18.1. So it has all the new underground stuff in it as well. What I discovered pretty quickly, a large proportion of being a VTuber and a content creator is design and marketing. So basically selling the product that is you, figuring out who your audience is, and figuring out who you yourself are, and what values you bring to a stream. Which is, in a way, pretty frightening. Because it's one of your fundamental bits of philosophy, is who exactly are you as a person? And how are you seen as others? Seen by other people as that person? And even though this is a fictional persona in a way, it also represents a lot of what I am. What I am is a person who just found gold. And lava. Okay. Yeah. Let's get that done. Some of the other things I discovered or learnt. I learnt that I really should have studied more art in school. I know how a lot of people claim that learning art is kind of pointless. It's always the butt of jokes. But design skills are really fundamentally important. Being able to visualize something in your head and visualize it strong enough that you can then reproduce it into the real world, that has a lot of applications. I think part of the reason why I didn't do much art in school was the tools that we had in those days and I had access to were just ill-suited for a person who was very uncoordinated like I am. So it's good that there's a lot of stuff these days that sort of makes up for that. I also dabbled a bit, taught myself a bit of Blender, which is an excellent 3D program. Fortunately, fortunately my pickaxe broke. Fortunately, it's not a very well documented one. So the best way to learn how to do anything in it... Ah, that's great. Yeah. The best way to learn how to do anything in Blender is to look up tutorials on YouTube, which is another thing I discovered. A lot of YouTube tutorials are just bad. I don't mean that they contain wrong information. I mean, there are a lot of people who just want to get into sort of like being a personality as a YouTube tutorial person, and that gets in the way of providing the information, which is what you look for in tutorial. The thing is, Mech Builder, everybody's bad at art. If you ask any artist if they're good at art, they'll all say they're bad. Because the way you get good is you practice. And as you practice, you learn what your mistakes are, but you'll always be more aware of your mistakes than knowing how to improve on them. So there's always so you'll always feel a bit behind your own abilities. And the only way you can get better is through doing it. That's not something that's something that's kind of got reinforced by these sort of streaming sessions. Another thing I did learn is that chill streaming is a lot more difficult than you'd think. And I think I am a chill streamer, but there's always a sort of balance that you have to do between being chill and just being boring. And it's a difficult tightrope to navigate. You'd think that it's like being a high energy streamer would be more difficult, but even so, you're never a boring one, that situation. Okay. Also learned that just talking and saying what comes to your head as immediately as it comes in, while making sure you don't say anything particularly yabe, is also a skill. And even though my head is a normally a constant stream of dialogue consciousness, as soon as what my task involves is actually just saying whatever comes into my head immediately, you can quickly go quite blank. I want to talk to the Buddhists about that. See if there's a sort of meditative technique. Yeah, it is. I would say that building stuff is a form of expressive art. If you are at some point having a vision of what you want to make and then making it, it doesn't matter what the tool is, it is art. I mean, I'd go further than that. I mean, a lot of people would go further than that with the definition of art, which is really broad, and say that art is anything that's made with the intent of it being art. But that's a very, very old argument that I am barely qualified to speak on. But I'm a streamer, so it's kind of my job to speak on things I'm barely qualified to. Awesome, more diamond. But is it just going to be the one? It's just the one. There we go. Fill in that hole as well. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, should have done more art and design and sort of learnt the language. But the little bit that I did learn through this was very helpful. The back-end API for doing chat integration in YouTube is honestly a massive hack. And all the way we're currently doing it. And honestly, if I'm going to be doing this more... Oh dear, there's a lava pool above us. And honestly, if I am going to be doing this more, one of the things I would like to do is look at the JavaScript that YouTube uses to pull down the chat, see if I can reverse engineer it and make something better. And by something better, I mean anything, honestly. Okay, let's get another... Let's get some more torches. And some more... Did I overshoot the... Yep, overshot the thing. And I'm going the wrong way again. Yep. So, it's definitely something I would like to look into. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. It's like a little diorama. Yeah. I'm reminded of Homestuck, which is, by this point, kind of a joke, but it was rather important culturally for the period when it was in ascendance. So, other things we learnt. Okay. I think I learnt what the purpose of the starting soon and the starting soon and do we have more diamonds in yep. Starting soon and the closing animation. Part of the benefit of those things is it allows you to factor in latency, and you get sort of like the delay between when you start your stream, and when the stream appears is a couple of seconds. Even when you're in low latency mode. So means that you can start the going live stream on your streaming software, and you know exactly that the stream has started on the YouTube end, so it accounts for that thing. Gives you time to set up things like sending out your tweets and resetting your chat, because every time you stream you have to change the chat URL. What else? And then it's the same in reverse for the stream end message. You get stream end message allows you to cleanly end the stream, because you start the stream end message on your streaming client, and then you can shut it off on the you then can shut it off at the YouTube end, because that's how it tends to work, that you got to do it on both ends. So it's the reason why I have the going live thing and the upcoming. But also it helps as a part of your branding and communicating your narrative. Basically telling the customers what you are about. So, yep. And that's another thing. The importance of law, which has been oft debated. What I'm going to say is that lore is to a VTuber as a thumbnail is to a stream. It's what gets the foot in the door. Even though most people end up ignoring it, it's the way you attract new... It's the way you attract new viewers, and the way you sort of tell them what your content might be like. So, that's lore. What else did I learn? Learnt the importance of thumbnails. In a way, that's like probably the biggest factor, because no matter how good your content is, if you can't pull in a person and get them to click on your video, then they'll never find out. But it also works the other way. If you can't actually deliver on what the thumbnail is offering, you are going to have no retention and no audience. So it's basically a double-edged sword. Like that one. Welcome back again. And one of the other things I did notice is how much different a stream with one person is to a stream with none. Because just knowing that there's somebody watching you and you're not streaming into the void is so much more enriching. It gives you sort of like a feeling that what you're doing has a bit of purpose, and that you're not just talking into a computer mic for no reason. And it's good to sort of like get to know people a bit. Oh, do you? What type of content do you put on it? Let's see. Another thing is streaming isn't simply playing a computer game while other people watch. I mean, it is at its core that. Ah, excellent. I will check out the VODs for it when I have some time. as I was saying, and we get down there. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, streaming, if you're doing it properly, isn't just playing a game while other people watch, and it isn't sort of, I mean, games are inherently fun, and I am having fun doing this, but also I know that I can play Minecraft basically off stream for a lot longer than I can on stream. There is it does consume a sort of energy, which means that it is a little bit more exhausting doing this and talking at the same time and interacting with chat and stuff like that. But I think that's good in a way, because like one of the reasons, another reason I did this is because I was feeling, oh, you don't have to say sorry about that. I was feeling that I wasn't being productive. Now, I know that that's a silly thing to feel, but I do get a feeling of accomplishment by making real things, and I hadn't been feeling that for a while. But through streaming, it made me sort of dedicate a lot more energy to my creative pursuits and manage to write and produce a lot of scripts and stuff that I hadn't for a long time. So I think that is a lot of worth that I got out of that. Unfortunately, this is the last day I'm on leave from my day job, and I don't know that once I start working full-time again, ugh. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. What? I'm not sure what you mean, Mech Builder. Okay. I'm not quitting YouTube, but I normally work full-time in a different job, and I don't know if I can continue doing this once I get back to my full-time job, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough time, and I don't know if I'll have enough energy. But I'm not quitting. It might mean that I'll be less frequent, because this last fortnight I've been doing this every day for an hour, plus an hour plus the plus all prep work and that type of thing. But I really still want to continue doing this. But it'll mean that perhaps my schedule's going to be a little bit different. Yeah. So I really hope that I can continue doing this, because it has enriched my life quite dramatically more than a lot of things I've done. So okay. Right. So some more. Yep. I need another pickaxe. For that, I'm going to need do that whole pickaxe combining thing. Get us a little bit more pickaxe durability. Yeah. That's another thing. Oh. Hey, some more redstone. I've been really appreciative of yourself, MechBuilder, and 4PyGM, who have sort of like been regulars with me on this little journey. It's fun. Been a lot of fun entertaining you guys. That's another thing I remember discovering. Oh, missed that one. I am pretty sure that for people at my level of viewer engagement, which is practically very close to zero, with just a couple of followers and very few subscribers. Like, if I recall correctly, you're my 5th subscriber. The analytics that you get back might as well be random numbers, because they don't really tell you if what you did is good or bad, because there's so many other factors that go into whether a video becomes popular or not, that it might as well be pure chance. Okay, some more of that. Do we have some sticks? Because practically I can go into a video and have no idea if this is going to be a good one or a bad one. Just as one. Or maybe that's just a sign of my immaturity as a content creator, that I haven't developed the judgment of what people want to see. Yeah. In part, it is a thing of publish content and hope. Publish content that you would like to see and hope that the algorithm matches it up with people who are like you, who also want to see it. But just another one of those. But the thing is, the algorithm isn't omnipotent. Actually, it's not omnipotent, it'd be omniscient. And it learns by presenting your content to people and seeing how they respond. So if you produce something that's very niche, it might never find it. Your content might never find the audience that would be out there looking for it, which is a pity. There are probably hundreds, if not thousands of, definitely thousands. This is YouTube we're talking about. There are thousands of videos that probably would just make somebody's day and be exactly what they want. But because there's no way for the algorithm to know that this person needs exactly this thing right now, it'll go missing. But there is, because the algorithm works by showing people things and then seeing how they respond. So it just basically does thousands of little experiments, and from those experiments determines the worthwhileness of the video. But if the video can conclude, I mean, the algorithm can't show everybody everything because it's just too much content. So it has a budget, basically, and getting people to actually engage with that content because that's the thing. We think of good and bad content, but that's not really how it is. Not even engaging and non-engaging content. What it really is who the audience of the content is and how big that group is. I mean, I'm sure there, but let's take it back. There is content that nobody will find engaging, or people, but there are so many people with so many different tastes. It makes sense that somebody's going to find something good. Okay. And so I suppose that's another thing I discovered. Yeah. I want to still, even if I can't stream, I am going to definitely make more scripted content. And basically the thing about scripted content I've learned about myself is getting down and actually making it. And having to ensure that I actually put in the effort for the reward. That being said, also ensuring that I actually find some people, encouraging people to watch my videos. Oh, I'm going to come back to marketing again. Basically, it's one paradox we get to getting people to actually watch the content that I make. And all that being said, let's put a light here. I am thinking that unless something dramatic happens, I might let's just check what the time is right now. Yeah. I might actually end the stream here. Let's just head back up to the main base, because that seems to be quite fitting. Get ready. Damn spiders. Scaring me a bit. Okay. Stop. Stuff, there's nothing there. Back up to the top. There's lots of sort of little downtimes where we can chat and stuff, but Why didn't I put that 64 blocks of stuff away? Anyway, so that being said, going to head up to the bed now. Take a rest, if it's there. I've just left the door open. Okay. So, this is... My day was pretty good. We had a bit of a party for my housemate's birthday. We had some food, had some relaxation. But, as I was saying, this constitutes the end of what I'm going to call my first season. Thank you all for being on this journey with me. And if all goes well, we will continue with a slightly amended schedule and possibly frequency into our second season. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching.